What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. A man who chases a woman too hard is likely to get played or cheated on. And this is kind of in connection with my sit down video today where I said don't worry about if a particular woman don't want you. But see, some guys hard-headed because one of the things is men don't understand what accomplished players and pimps know, which is women choose the men. Now, yeah, man still got to approach, but usually that's it. That's her game. She's going to show in her manner whether she wants to be with a man, and a particular man, right? But see, a lot of guys, they lead with their wallets and or they constantly chase a woman who really don't want them. And the good thing in those cases, if the woman still don't deal with them. But let's just be real. Even though I ain't one of those people who say all women are bad or all women are 304s, you still got some bad ones out there. And it's like I always say, only deal with the good women. Only deal with the good ones. But see, a lot of guys don't want to do that. Guys want what they want. Yeah, they want that fine woman with those big breasts, nice butt dunk, all of that. She might not want him. Now, instead of thinking there's an abundance of women, some guys don't just do what the simplest thing to do, which is to just move on. But see, you get some women and once they realize this guy is going to chase her despite how hard she's like rejecting him or trying not to talk to him. I figure, hey, let me get some money out of him. Like, I'm totally against leading with your wallet. Yeah, I know some people say lead with your wallet, but when you lead with your wallet, you gotta be careful because, all right, say you making $100,000, you leading with your wallet. That woman ain't interested in you. She interested in what your money can do for her. And that'll be the woman who will cheat on you the quickest. And you know what's funny? She'll cheat with you, A, with a man who got more money, or B, with a guy who don't have no money. Because usually if you got to break out your wallet for a woman, she really don't want you. She really don't want you. Only time money comes in is like if y'all talking a long-term relationship, and even then, the stuff you spending money on is stuff you going to benefit from as well. And that's a long-term thing, but when you first meet a woman, you can't be on that. Because the woman, if that's all she's seeing you, she don't really want you. See, you want that woman who wants to be with you, who wants to talk with you. Because, first a woman needs to lust you, and then she needs to like just talking with you. None of that has to do with money. Like I said, money, only time money should come in, y'all talking a long-term relationship and all of that. And even then, she putting her money to it as well. That's the thing. You don't want to be that guy who's just spending money buying her gifts and shit. Because let's be real, when dudes do that, they trying to convince her. They think, well, yeah. And yeah, they'll get some women who will do that. You got enough acceptable hoes out there. Shout out the Honorable Pimp God. Otherwise known as acculturated prostitution. But like I said, a woman like that, she'll just go to a guy with more money. Is that what you want? And then she's still going to give it free to some guy who don't have half as much money. He might be a broke dude. Shoot. He might be a broke dude, but she lusts him, but she don't lust you. Because if a woman don't lust you right away, she, like the bad ones, they're going to look at, okay, how much money he got? All right, he got some money. I'll deal with him. I'll stretch it out. And some women, they stretch it out a long time. They'll like go on 4 or 5 dinner dates with the guy and then be like, well, I just see you as a friend. They'll take it a long time. Some guys, though, funny thing with some guys will hang out for a long ass time. Trying to convince the woman. Look, here's the bottom line. You can't make a woman like you. And women show it. See, a woman who likes you, she gonna show it in many ways. And cause see, there's a lot of guys out here, they think they have a woman, but they don't. You know, there was a video I did, you might not have a woman if. I'm gonna put that in the description box. That was by elder brother named Russell Price in the DC area. I talked to him, he don't want to put the book out. He makes more money off the one he has for women. It's like, is he your man or is your head in the sand? He makes more money off of that. I tried to tell him, I was like, dude, you need to put that one back out. And see, I'll share that video. See, a lot of dudes don't really have a woman. See, here's the thing. If that woman is really into you, it don't matter how much money you got. She just want to be around you. Even if you have money, she just want to be with you. She lusts you. She likes being in your presence. But if you got to force it, if you got to take money or whatever, sometimes it's not even the money. She just might be settling just because she ain't got nobody else. That's the worst thing. You don't want to be like just there, because women still want that D. They want that companionship, so they might settle for some guy. But those be the ones that cheat the quickest. Those be the ones who will get into a sexless marriage. Now let's talk about that for a second. If a man's married to a woman, he probably has some money, but the marriage is sexless. She don't want to get with him. I remember one woman I knew, she was in a sexless marriage. I was trying harder than her man for her to give him something. I said, why don't you just break him off something? She looked like I was telling her to fuck with a child molester or something, or fuck with an ogre or something. And you got a lot of women like that. Yeah, they'll get that ring and everything, but, you know, they just doing that for status. Is that what you want to be? Seriously. And it's always the same. It's always a woman that you chase down, and the woman's like, oh, okay, you know, for social reasons or something, you know. Maybe she in the church or something like that. You got a lot of them in the church who do that. Let's just be real. Let's be real. I got some notes. Remember, I'm a field master. I be out here researching. I actually talk to people. You got a lot of women out here be fooling a guy. Is that what you want? And you want to be that man? Is that woman showing she wants you? Because if a woman wants you, she going to show it. She going to show it in her behavior. She going to make you, like I said in that video that I'm sharing in the description box, she might not be your woman if. Yeah, if she make you some biscuits and gravy, she likes you. She cooking for you or something. You get a lot of guys, ask yourself, what the woman doing for you? She don't mind cooking for you. Even if she can't cook, she'll get you some food. She'll fill the refrigerator with some beer that you like. I had a woman do that. She want to cook, but she had everything in her fridge for a brother. You know, what is she doing? Is she going out her way? You know, even sexually, how is she having sex with you? Is she just laying there, or is she giving you the full thing? Even if you living with her, is she going to bed with a nightie on, fixed up, got her nice perfume on? Or she got like her head covered, wearing some granny panties and a mask over her face? I want y'all to think about that shit. And usually every single case I've seen where a man isn't in a good relationship, I talk to him, and it's usually he doing more for the woman. Woman don't give a fuck about him. Man need to ask himself, is like, damn, does she really want me? Does she really want me? And the answer in many cases is no. Because you got to ask yourself, look, because you got some women out here, of course they like, well, you got to pour into me. You got to do this. Nah, baby girl, nah. First of all, it should always, what is she doing too? Now, ain't nothing wrong with you doing for her, even buying her stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with it inherently, but what is she doing for you? Besides the sex. Does she like talking with you? Shit, when you text her, does she text you right back, or she leave you on read for like a few hours? You know? Like a woman who wants you to shoot, is she calling you up just to shoot the breeze? Be like, hey, what's up? Is she texting you? But see, a lot of guys chase a woman who really don't want her. Like I said, look at that video that I shared. You might not have a woman there. And I've talked to that brother. I said, man, you need to put that out. Because you can't find that book anywhere. I got a copy that, you know, my oldest son teased it on. I still got it, though. But I'm going to just be real. That's why I said in my sit-down video, don't chase a woman. Don't, if a particular woman don't want you, don't chase her. It ain't even worth it. Seriously. If a particular woman does not want you, don't chase her. Ooh, slow. They fixing up this road. Dude's just standing there. That must be a heck of a job, standing there holding a sign. Yeah. Whatever the case, though. Seriously. Because you got to ask yourself. Now, I know because you got some women out there talking about, oh, you got to do this and that. Forget that. Because those same women, too, they know there's some guy that they chase. Let's just be real. When we're talking about select man, shoot, women be throwing their shit out. Sliding in their DMs and shit. Sliding in their DMs. Shit. Chasing them, letting them know what's up. Showing up to their house. Showing up to their house with nothing on but a trench coat and some high heels. Oh, and if that hasn't happened to you at least once, or, you go over a woman's place, you take a woman out on, go over a woman's place, you take her out and stuff, she go in the bedroom for a few minutes and then come out in a nightie and shit. If that ain't happening, you ain't select. And what's even worse, speaking of select, because everything I'm talking about, like I said, I've said it before, I say it publicly, non-select men still get women. They just don't get the best treatment. Like I said, there's a whole lot of sexless marriages. And there's a lot of men being used for their inner beauty, the beauty of the money in their pockets. Like I said, you get some women, they real slick with it. They'll have 4 or 5 men to take them to dinner at different times. Meanwhile, they sucking a dick at some motherfucker who spend money. Shit, fuck you. You tell her like that too. You say, shit. Oh, I guess we won't be together. And she'll be chasing him down. Man, I've seen that so many times. I've seen women reject a man, then do some crazy shit with another man. I lost count of how many times I've seen that in my life. He's talking, saying, nah, they ain't gonna do this with a man. Shit, even some women I was interested in. I got some couple of them like that. Then find out, or even caught one slobbing down one of my boys. I was like, shit, I thought you weren't this and that. It happens. Look, you don't want to be that guy. Look, first of all, as a man, you got to love yourself enough not to even want to put up with that. You should think more of that. You ain't an ATM to a woman. You ain't somebody just to hang out with so she looks good socially while she doing whatever private. You don't want to be that man who's being cheated on a regular basis. Shit. You don't want to be him. So, that's the thing. You gotta, and that's the one thing, if you really look at it, like people will say I'm selling some game, but I ain't telling you just how to get women. I'm telling you how not to get played. Like I said, I've never been played for money. I told you the one time I got played and stuff. The one time, the major thing was when, back in the day before we had FaceTime or any way of knowing, because nowadays, you slide in somebody's DM or do online dating, you have an idea what the person look like. Now, this is back in the 80s. Supposed to meet this woman, set up by a mutual friend. She didn't show up. And then but that was shame on her. Second time, it's like, oh, well, yeah, something happened. She gave me some bullshit. Didn't show up a second time. And me taking all these buses out to a place. The second time, damn, a deer got roughed off. Anyway, second time, she ain't show up. That was shame on me. Outside of that, damn, they got a lot of roadkill along this motherfucker. Anyway, after that, it was just like, nah, no more. And that's how you look. And I'm gonna just be real with you, man. That's how you gotta look at it, man. I'm telling you a basic thing. Because if a woman wants you, she is not gonna make it hard, even if you approach her first. Indeed, I've said it before. A lot of times you think you saw the woman. That woman been clocking you for probably weeks, maybe months. She put herself in that path. You know what's the saying? A man chases a woman until she catches him. So if a woman wants you, she gonna do something. She gonna put herself in your path. She gonna smile something. But if a woman ain't showing no signs, not even choosing signals, cause sometimes you just have to say something. If she ain't showing a sign right there, she interested. She just ain't interested. Just let her go. You know. Don't get caught up in your ego or something, or wanting that validation bad. If she don't want you, she don't want you. Because otherwise, there's been many a man out there been cheated on by a woman who really didn't want him. She just settled. You think you wore her down, and yeah, that can happen, but then that's the woman likely to cheat. And she might deal with you because, you don't know, she horny or whatever, or you spending enough money with her. But that's not who you really want. That is not who you really want. You want that woman who wants you. And, you know, I know some guys think there's 4 billion women in this world. And it's like I've told some guys, if you can get one, you can get 1,000. It's just a matter, it really should come down, if you select, it comes down to who you want. You know, you don't have to waste your time with some woman. You should be to the type, like, everything I'm telling you to do to fix yourself up, you're always going to have options. You always going to have options. If you don't have options, you got some work to do. But if you out have some, if you fix yourself up and get your ass out there, take your ass out there, just everyday living and shit, you gonna meet plenty of women, not even just one, but plenty. And you need to think of yourself enough that you ain't putting up with some bullshit. Because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When a man chases a woman like that and tries to deal with a woman, try to get a woman to like him, he's putting her on a pedestal. He's putting her on a pedestal. He's saying there's something so special about her. Like, it's like, shit, what she got? How many millionaires she create? You know? I would ask a woman that. She come at me talking about she the table. I'm like, well, shit, how many millionaires you create? Let me see. Let me get some references. Seriously, how many millionaires? You want to make my life better? That's the only way. She got to have a history of doing it. But then I'm gonna ask, okay, but if you all that, how come you ain't with that man anymore? And if she say one was stupid, you give him that. But if she say like 5 of them was stupid, it's like, okay. Because if you doing all that, this man making more money with you around, having a better life, he gonna hold on to you for dear life. He'll put a ring on that finger. And if y'all deal with a woman, you meet a woman, she ain't talking all that, man. Fuck all that. Funk all that. Shit. Because as a man, look, first of all, you gotta understand something. I don't give a fuck. You a prize, all right? Now, I know some women get pissed off if a man say that, but think about something. You're expected to protect her, to provide for her, to make her holler in the bedroom, keep her out of trouble. Well, shit, you bringing a lot to the table, ain't you? Understand that. You know, kids say 50-50, you expected to pay all the bills. Okay. Ain't no, hey, it is what it is. But if that's the case, that means you're a prize. You a prize. You something. We need to be convincing you. And they actually, they do. Women do work. They get caught up with some guys. And don't get caught up with who they caught up with. Like I said, don't worry about who, I've always said, don't worry about who a woman wants. Just worry about she wants you. But anyway, though, that's all I got for now, yo. That's all I got for now. Go ahead and do my thing. Buy some stuff. Yeah. You know, it's funny, right? I'm going to just say something political, something for y'all to think about. I keep hearing about all this stuff, all this, you know, groceries and all that. But when I be, there's about 3 or 4 grocery stores within walking distance of my house, right? And I always be like, even on a slow time, you know, during the day, parking lots be like half full. Ain't that something? Something to think about. Something to think about. What y'all thinking about it? Because motherfuckers still eating out here. They might be paying a little more, but they still eat. Just something to think about. So anyway, y'all, that's all I have for now. Oh, man. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.